a world where innovation knows no bounds, where horsepower roars and chrome gleams under the sun, a nation where the quest for progress never stops, where legends are born from metal, rubber, and the relentless pursuit of perfection. From the assembly lines of Detroit to the racetracks of Le Mans, American cars have left an indelible mark on the automotive landscape. In the grand tapestry of automotive history, certain cars stand out as beacons of innovation, performance, and sheer audacity. Join us as we embark on a thrilling ride through the top 10 American cars that forever changed the course of history. Number 10, Cadillac Eldorado. When you talk about setting new standards for automotive design, two scenarios can occur. Scenario 1 is that you fail miserably and your car becomes a laughingstock, or the vehicle becomes a masterpiece that changes the aesthetics of the car industry forever. Cadillac during the 1950s ended up with the latter. The 1959 Eldorado changed the face of automotive design forever, with its towering 98-inch fins, curved surfaces, gleaming chrome, and an impressive length of 18 feet. Under the hood, a massive 6.4-liter V8 churned out 325 horsepower, eclipsing many legendary muscle cars. The Eldorado remains the Elvis Presley of cars, flashy, unforgettable, and undeniably American. Number 9, Chevrolet Corvette. It's cool to own a Corvette now, but it was even cooler to own one in 1953. This is because there was nothing like it at the time, as it was the honor of being America's first production sports car. Imagine living in the 50s, laying eyes on such a stunning vehicle and experiencing the thrill when you got behind its wheel. There's a high chance that you saw the evolution of the American motor car, from this to this. Even if you were a youngster back then, this beauty set the standard and paved the way for the evolution of American sports cars, and its latest models continue to define American performance and style even today. Number 8, Duesenberg Model J. There are many extinct American car makers, remembered by what remains of their vehicles. Duesenberg is one of them, with its legacy being centered around the Model J, the world's fastest and most expensive car in the 30s. Equipped with a straight-8 engine, it was capable of a top speed of 116 miles per hour. The supercharged model was even faster, being able to achieve 130 miles per hour. Such performance was not cheap, and a Model J would set you back $13,000 to $19,000, which is almost $500,000 in today's money. Compared to the world's fastest car, the Koenigsegg Jesko Absolut, it cost thrice as less and was a bargain. The Duesenberg Model J is a testament to American luxury and engineering prowess, even 100 years ago. Number 7, Ford GT40. Ferrari once rejected Henry Ford II's attempt to buy the company at the very last stages of the deal. This is because old man Ferrari didn't want to give up his company's coveted racing division. This rightfully pissed off Ford, who had spent millions of dollars on the audit process alone. So he commissioned the company to build the perfect racing car that would crush Ferrari at the endurance racing. Under the direction of racing legend Carroll Shelby, the mighty GT40 was designed and unveiled, which did exactly that. It broke Scuderia Ferrari's 6-year winning streak and won the prestigious 24 Hours of Le Mans race for 4 years in a row, from 1966 to 1969. All in all, it is a symbol of American tenacity and triumph in motorsport. Number 6, Ford Model 18. While it mainly is a thing of the past today, due to Greenpeace activists, there's no denying that the flathead V8 engine is one of the greatest engines ever produced. Fitted to millions of cars around the world, it got its big break with the Ford Model 18, generally known as the 1932 Ford. It was the first mass production car in the world equipped with the mighty V8. It had a small 3.6-liter engine making 65 horsepower. The next American brand to follow suit would be Oldsmobile, unveiling its V8 in 1949. The fact that it took 17 years showcases how much the Model 18 was ahead of its time. It would also inspire countless other manufacturers to innovate for the decades to come. Number 5, Ford Mustang. If Uncle Sam represents America, then the Ford Mustang rightly represents the pony car, a sports coupe with a large, powerful engine at the front, sending power to the rear wheels. The concept was so successful that it inspired a whole new genre of vehicles, which in turn changed American car and pop cultures forever. Between its introduction in 1964 and today, there have been a wide variety of legendary muscle cars produced that have etched their names onto our hearts. Some are faster, some are built better, and some look nicer. But Ford Mustang has always been the kingpin of this segment, showcasing the American automotive spirit all over the world. Number 4, Cadillac Model 30. Think it's a chore to drive to work in the morning every day? Be thankful you have a starting motor and don't have to crank your engine in the freezing cold every day. This handy feature was introduced to the automotive world in the 1912 Cadillac, also known as the Model 30. It came with an electric starter instead of a hand crank. Using a hand crank was and still is considered arduous and dangerous in case the engine backfired. It was the reason why electric cars were gaining popularity in those days, as they would be started by pressing a button. However, the Model 30 caused a huge dent in the sales of EVs back then. They would not recover for about a century. Number 3. Willys MB. During the Second World War, Western values were in danger among other things. The war led to the demise of many, but it also led to a lot of innovation. One of these innovations was the Willys Jeep, a vehicle built with the intention of a successful land invasion of Western Europe. Those looking at this car for the first time may think that it's just a Jeep Wrangler's ancestor, but truth be told, it's the predecessor to every single 4x4 that you see today. It revolutionized transport and exploration and is credited with being the inspiration for the SUV. Number 2. Tesla Model S. Imagine someone told you at the start of the millennium that there would soon be a daily driver sedan that would beat supercars on the drag strip while costing a fraction of the price. And yes, it would be gorgeous to look at and not pollute the airways either. It would have been hard to believe, but Tesla Motors in 2012 showed the world that it could be done. The Model S defied all logic and became a hit, being one of the feathers in Tesla's cap that made it to the world's most valuable car brand. But it had an even bigger impact on the automotive industry, as it showed that EVs didn't necessarily have to be glorified golf carts. They could be cool too. Honorable mention, Hennessy Venom GT. Before we get to our rather obvious number 1 pick, homage must be paid to the Hennessy Venom GT. In 2013, it set a Guinness World Record for the fastest road legal car from 0 to 300 kilometers per hour in just 13 seconds. This is thanks to its 7-liter V8 engine that makes 1,400 horsepower and 1,150 torque. The Venom GT shows that even a small-time company can make history when it has American ingenuity. Number 1. Ford Model T. As expected, we have the Ford Model T at the very top of this list. Yes, the Benz motor car was the first ever automobile. However, it was the Model T that made car ownership accessible to the average Joe, as before it, only the very elite could afford to drive. Debuting in 1908 and ending production in 1927, it was the first ever mass-produced vehicle, which is a major reason it was affordable. There were 15 million sold, and it was the most sold vehicle on the planet until its record was broken in 1972, 45 years after it ceased production. The aforementioned vehicles are not just modes of transport, they are milestones of progress, symbols of a nation's relentless pursuit of excellence. Each car represents innovation, pushing the boundaries of what's possible on the road. Each car represents style, blending design with functionality. In every curve, each car represents freedom, offering the open road to dreams and doers alike. Each car represents America, a nation built on dreams, drive, and determination. Thanks for watching. Until next time, see you on the road.